Well, good afternoon, everyone. So, folks, today I don't have any updates for you as we are, 42 days, who's counting, to the end of my tenure as the mayor of the city of Richmond. And so I'm here to make myself available for questions. Let me do say this at the top, though, that this will be my last public availability before the new year. You will hear very soon on how I will be spending the last month of my time here as mayor. And so with that, we'll open it up some questions. Yep. The question was about the BB gun incidents along the Broad Street corridor and how it impacts. It doesn't change our desire on wanting to invest in the Broad Street corridor, right? Development will come. I believe that the city will play a role in that as well. I think City Center will also spur growth along the Broad Street corridor moving forward as well. But let me just state what I think about what occurred. And remember, this reports state that this occurred from Willow Lawn in Henrico County to the East End in Churchill. Number one, unacceptable. It seems to me that someone or some people got some toys and decided to, play games. And when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And what they can expect is we're going to fine you, and you're probably going to be in trouble with law enforcement for a pretty long time because you chose to do something stupid. And so, continue to be stupid, and, you're going to pay the consequences. For those business owners and merchants who do business along the corridor, these folks come to work every day with a payroll, trying to make ends meet by selling their merchandise or just doing business, period. They shouldn't have to deal with stupid teenagers doing stupid things. That's the bottom line. And so I'm grateful for our friends at Henrico County Police Department and the Richmond Police Department for working to ensure that we find these individuals. The work from our real-time crime center has produced some leads, and so we're going to follow up on those leads and try to bring these individuals to justice.
Aside from increased police presence, what do you think could be possible solutions to try to mitigate this in the future?
Well, when you look at the question was about outside of police presence, what else can help mitigate situations like this? Well, first, let me say, we have not only invested in street lighting along that corridor, but also sidewalk lighting as well, illuminating the sidewalks along the Broad Street corridor. So there's more lighting out there. We obviously have more cameras in the area as well. I think we're doing everything we can to prevent someone from doing something stupid. But you know what? You can't sometimes stop stupid. And so you're going to have to find ways to hold them accountable. And I can't wait till we actually have these, we apprehend these individuals and that they pay the price.
Among City Council's legislative priorities at the General Assembly, they're asking for permission to use traffic enforcement cameras on higher education institution campuses. Can you talk about the importance of that in light of everything that's happened on DC campus over the last few years?
The question was about the City Council requesting legislation to be approved by the General Assembly to add what we currently use today on K through 12 areas of the city on college campuses as well. That's speed cameras. Number one, I'm a proponent of speed cameras anywhere the locality deems it necessary. Okay? We have taken steps already, the General Assembly has, by using it in places of education, school zones, and construction zones. Expanding that to higher education campus here in the Commonwealth of Virginia as well. It just makes sense, and it keeps people safe. No one should have to worry about walking down the street or crossing the street and being hit by a vehicle that weighs a couple tons. This doesn't make any sense.
We're following up on a couple of shootings that happened in the city early this morning. Can you just say a little bit about maybe
Yeah.
It seems like there has been a reduction in the number of shootings and homicides this year so far. Can you just talk a little bit about the efforts that it's taken to get us there and what you guys are going to keep doing?
The question was about the efforts on gun violence and where we are today. First, let me say to the families who unfortunately have someone who was unfortunately victimized by gun violence in the last 24 hours, my prayers are with them and their families. The numbers, obviously, over the course of the last year have been positive in terms of we have seen a decline in homicides to date. We've had 49 homicides compared to 60 last year. However, one homicide in the city of Richmond is one too many. And even though we are seeing progress in the work of our gun violence prevention and intervention framework around our youth, or just simply, the work we're doing at the Richmond Police Department, still there are people out there who have decided to use a firearm to harm others. And so we're going to continue to throw the entire kitchen sink at this. That means working with those who are in the human services world of the city, the nonprofits, wrapping our arms around our kids, our investments in public education, our investments in parks and recreation, but also utilizing the technology that's available to the Richmond Police Department and investing in the manpower of the police department as well. We should be proud of the progress we've made over the course of the last year or the course of the last 8 years in this city becoming less violent, but it also shows us that we still have work to do. There's no giving up on behalf of the city. I know the police department won't give up either, and I know the people out there who have been generous with their time and treasure and wrapping their arms around our youth won't be giving up as well. Yeah. You're getting 3 today.
I know.
Okay, you're lucky day.
Attorney General recently put out a statement encouraging localities to work with ICE. Post-election now, there's a lot of uncertainty within our local immigration communities about what's going to happen, right? They're kind of in this gray area. If you had to give the incoming mayor a recommendation on what they should do, right, to protect these citizens who might be undocumented but are still contributing with taxes and other ways to our community, what would that be?
Well, first, the question was about the incoming administration in Washington and the threat of mass deportation. And we live in a community in which we have a number of new Americans, immigrants to the city of Richmond, immigrants to America as well. And obviously there's some angst being felt in that community. Number one, my recommendation is for the mayor-elect to re-up my directive that I issued in the early part of my tenure as mayor, that we would not participate in 287G. I think that's very important. It sends a message that you can always call your police department for public safety matters without fear that they're going to be cooperating with ICE. Number two, if the Trump administration chooses to move in a direction to carry out mass deportations, I think that the local governments will be on the front lines in providing answers and information about who will be involved in this. There will be a real fear and angst in communities all across America about, is this going to be my guy? Residents of the city of Richmond.
You have one last one? Know where you got those boots? You have one last one? Know where you got those boots?
These boots right here? I've had these boots for a while now. I guess some will say I took a page out of Governor Doug Wilder's book, but some of my friends can have some boots, and I thought I'd purchase my own pair. So I got a couple pairs. Yeah, not bad, right? Not bad, not bad. First person to ask about my boots since I've been mayor. So you are really, rising up in my book right now. So.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, guys.